Hey everyone, welcome to our distance learning days here in Mrs. Glover's class. The first thing I want to do is tell you about your packet. So the first thing you got was this packet, and it tells us our schedule of our learning. So we should be doing about 15 to 20 minutes of reading each day, about 20 minutes of math, 15 minutes of writing, and about 15 minutes of phonics. You don't have to do them all at once, all together. You can break it up a little bit here, a little bit there during the day. And you can also use things like head sprouts to count as part of your reading time. The next page in our packet is our reading log. Now this reading log is important. It helps you keep track of the times that you've read. So it says date, book read, number of pages, and your parent's signature. You can do this. You can also read online. So maybe we don't have pages on here, but you can read online too. Our next page is our Clever login instructions. This tells you, your parents, how to log into Clever. And so you only have to log in once and you can get onto Head Sprouts and Brain Pop and different other apps that our county has. And our last page has information about the different websites that we have available, like Zern and Head Sprouts, how to get on, and I wrote your passwords in for some of them. And there's also a couple passwords on here too that you can use. So that is the parent packet for our digital learning, and now is your packet for digital learning. So on here in your packet, our first thing here is our sight word list. Now some of you know all your sight words, and that's perfectly fine. It's great to practice them too. Go through, read a list, think about it, and there's 4 lists on each page, so there's 8 lists altogether, and that makes 200 words. And we should know about 200 words by sight before we get done with first grade. So you can keep practicing. So start here, a list. If you get that whole list done, then go on to the next list. Do 1 list a day and try to practice the words you don't know. The next thing I have here is, this is some phonics work that we didn't get to do in class because we were busy getting ready for our digital learning days. But we'll talk about this next video. I also put a piece of blue construction paper in there so you can use that too for our phonics assignment. The next thing in the pocket is some of our Georgia Studies Weekly. Now, these are almost like little newspapers, and they have excuse me, lots of information about different things in social studies. And this lady here is Ruby Bridges. We'll be reading about her later too. We also have some information about all the different people we're going to be learning about. Then we have our math packets. There are 3 math chapters in here: tally charts, squares and rectangles, and cubes and prisms. First one we're going to be working on is tally charts. So we are going to start our last bit in here is a pencil, because you might need a pencil to do some writing, and some phonics books.